is the Fade 5 podcast with Brad Evans and Nate Lundy.
Place your bets, Jack Wagons. By the big noise episode, joined by the good son, Nathaniel Lundy. 'Tis indeed another edition of the Fade 5 podcast on this Freaky Friday. You know what I already got in hand, so does Lundy. We're hopping aboard the honk plus $100 odds or greater is the requirement, Lundy. Fire off a bet and let's hope for a smooth ride.
Let's have some fun here. Let's go. I love this weekend in Major League Baseball when it's all the rivalry games, right?
Yeah.
Yankees, Mets, Cincinnati and Cleveland. And then, of course, we have, a little H-Town and the Texas Rangers. Let's talk about Mighty Mouse himself, Jose Altuve. And I'm going to take the total bags because I cannot believe that this is at plus 165. I fully expected this to be maybe around $120, maybe $130 if we were going to push it that far. Why? Because he's taking on Nathan Eovaldi, who he has a lifetime 308 average against. All right, so 16 hits in 52 at-bats. All right, so this is a decent sample size here, folks, okay? He's got 16 hits over the course of that, but check this out. 7 of them are singles. 2 of them are doubles. And if you have been doing the math as I've been reading you those numbers, that means 7 of them are home runs. Dude has 7 round trippers lifetime against Eovaldi. So give me the total bags on Altuve. I cannot believe this is plus 165. I think this is tremendous value between the Rangers and the Stros coming up tonight.
All right, play that history card. Let's stay on the diamond. This is the market I just stumbled across. Available, I've only seen it at BetMGM, and it's rather incredible. Aaron Judge to win the AL Triple Crown. You want to talk about value, plus 185. Yeah, roll the shoulders there, baby, and get seduced by the juice. He is doing godlike things right now. He is judge, he is jury, and he is indeed executioner at the dish. Only batting .412 on the season with 15 bombs and 41 RBI, also an OPS approaching 1,300. His ISO mark, isolate power, sitting at a redonkulous 370. You look at Zips, you look at the bat, a couple of prognostication services. Rest of season, mind you, these are what the projections are for him. According to Zips, 305 batting average with 35 more home runs and 93 additional RBI. The bat even more aggressive, 310 batting average, 44 homers, and 104 RBI. Right now, a very comfortable lead in batting average. The next man up is Jacob Wilson, the rookie of the Athletics, batting .354. And again, Judge messing around and looking like Ted Williams out there, hitting .412. Number 2 in home runs is Seattle's Cal Raleigh. He's got 13 jacks to, again, Judge's 15. And then in RBI, he got Spencer Torkelson of the Detroit Tigers. He's got 34 runs driven in. Again, Judge besting him by 7 at the present moment of time. Eventually he's going to cool off. I'm not entirely sure he's going to hit 400 this year, but even if he does dial down the temperature somewhat, he can still hit like 370, 375 on the season. Lundy, he's minus 2,000 right now to win AL MVP at BetMGM. It's mind-blowing. So Aaron Judge to win the AL Triple Crown, again, a batting average, home runs, and RBI plus 185. They're the king of sportsbooks. That, of course, being BetMGM. With those bets on the board, let's get after it with another Freaky Friday edition of the Fade 5.
Number 5.
Numero cinco here on the countdown. Again, it is rivalry weekend in the world of Major League Baseball. Let's go with the Battle of Ohio, shall we? Between the Guardians and the Reds. This one being played the Great American Bandbox there along the Ohio. I love Jose Ramirez. Give me the over 1.5 total bases. I know it's minus money, but I'm willing to pay it. It's not jacked up too high there. At a minus 115. Available at DraftKings Sportsbook. The reason why I'm high on this, Lundy's already played the history card. I'm going to do the same damn thing. He's going to face Brady Singer, who was not exactly belting out a pleasurable tune historically against many Cleveland Guardians, including Jose Ramirez. You look at Singer, on the season, a 4.97 ERA, 41.5% hard hit rate allowed. And Ramirez in his career, he's seen him a sizable 27 times, has collected a dozen hits, 5 of those the extra base variety, with a 1,423 OPS. Also, very encouraging. He's hit the over on this in 4 of his last 6 games, batting a robust 372 with a 1,122 OPS. And then he's in one of the more friendlier ballparks in Major League Baseball. And I'm in the Midwest. It's like 91 here today at Casa de Evans. It is muy caliente. And Jose Ramirez is going to have a blazing bat in the early summer heat there in Cincinnati. So numero 5 of the countdown, Jose Ramirez. Give me the over. 1.5 total bases in Cincinnati, minus 115 at DraftKings. Lundy, fade or follow.
One of my other bets, frankly, if this had been plus odds, this would have been what I would have liked to have done within the plus bus. J-Ram's on my list. I've got a few more for you today, but Brad's exactly right. The weather is spectacular around the Midwest. And in fact, if you are consuming this pod soon enough before the Cubs and Sox game, Brad, if you and I took a baseball and we just went like this, right? Like just threw it in the air, I'm pretty sure it would fly out of Wrigley based on the heat and the wind that is taking place on the north side today. So if you are going to be consuming some afternoon baseball, and by the way, for all of us D-Gens, I was having this conversation with a buddy of mine the other day. Major League Baseball, please give us an afternoon game every single day. Yes. For those of us that are of the betting ilk, we would really appreciate an afternoon game every single day. Just give us somebody. It doesn't have to be the Cubs. I mean, I don't even care. Make it the Marlins. Let it be the Rockies. Nobody's paying attention to them anyway. So, put somebody in the afternoon every day so that we have something to bet on, because that is what I'm going to be doing between the White Sox and the Cubs today.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm going to make some greenbacks with the Guardian. And by the way, go Cubs, go!
Number 4.
All right, numero cuatro in the countdown. Let's go to an important battle in the NBA. The only one on the docket tonight. Battle of the New York Knicks and the Boston Celtics. And you thought the C's were dead, didn't you? Because Jason Tatum exited stage left with that brutal Achilles injury. But no, they won in convincing fashion in the last game, pushing this all the way, likely going to be toward the distance. This is game 6. I like Jaylen Brown to get down once again, Lundy. On the over on 13.5 assists plus rebounds at a minus 115 juice there at BetMGM. He has to step up and do all the little things that Jason Tatum normally was doing. That is dishing out dimes and, of course, crashing the glass. Last game, he had 8 rebounds and a dozen assists. So I think he's going to be premier dish man. I think this number is too low. I think he's going to, maybe not mess around and, flirt with another triple-double. And he may not get over 20 combined like he did last game. But I think he is going to be in the vicinity of at least 15, 16 assists plus rebounds. In the series, he's gone 12, 7, 11, 9, and 20. So, again, he's only been over this that one time. That coming in last game, averaging 6.8 rebounds per game and 5 assists per game. You look at the Knicks. They've given up the 4th most rebounds per game in the NBA postseason at 44.5, but the 3rd fewest assists per game at 20 flat. Still, level of responsibility that Brown has. A very diverse game, part of his portfolio. He's going to show up and he's going to show out there in the Mecca, in the other Gadden there in the Big Apple. So Jaylen Brown, get on down on the over. 13.5 assists plus rebounds, minus 115 at BetMGM. Numero cuatro on the countdown. Lundy, fade or follow.
What do you do when you get a devastating injury? You go find somebody that's going to either have to pick up the slack in the box score or is going to wind up picking up minutes off the bench. Those are the best 2 things that you can do if you're trying to take advantage of an opportunity coming off of an injury. So I like what we're doing here with Jaylen. I think this number is way too low. I think he hits 15 plus.
Oh, Brown. Yeah, back him. He won't make you frown.
Number 3.
Numero 3 here on the Fade 5 Friday edition of the Countdown. I am going to live and land down under on a pitcher. It's great to see him back because he hadn't pitched in eternity, but he's gotten rocked, a little bit rusty. And I'm going to go with Lance McCullers of the Houston Astros under 4.5 Ks. in his matchup against the Texas Rangers. And the reason being is this. Silas, I know he's got a couple of starts under the belt, and the K per nine's not too shabby at 9.00. But you look at the ERA, it's 15 plus, 15.75 in those two turns. The expected ERA, pretty awful as well at 11.17. So even if there was a correction, it may not be that positive in the end. A guy's also given up a 13.5 walks per nine mark in those two rotation turns. You look at Texas, just number 21 in strikeout rates over the last couple of weeks in all Major League Baseball, punching out 20.5% of their plate appearances. To throw the fact to the McCullers only has a 23.6% call plus swinging strike rate, and that zone percentage sitting at just 47.2%. And also, my friends there at Odds Checker Plus, their AI probability of this bad boy hitting sitting at 68%. So you pull it all together, I say Lance McCullers gets rocked again, this time on the road against the Texas Rangers. Give me the under on 4.5 punch-outs, a little bit heavier juice, but I'm willing to side the wall and pay it at a minus 135 at DraftKings. Lundy, numero trace in the countdown. Feed or follow.
I think the Rangers managed to keep the bats on the ball. Doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to, see them rocking some runs per se. They might, but I don't think we're going to see the swings and misses. So, yep, I'll take the under here on McCullers. Even though this is a low number, there's a reason that you're paying the juice, and sometimes you got to pay it for a bet that you believe in.
Yeah, and if you believe in more bets, then maybe want to, follow us, or indeed fade. It's entirely up to you. Go to thegamingjuice.com right now, you jackals. It's absolutely free. Yeah, indeed. We don't charge you a single penny. Lundy's free and always accessible, always transparent spreadsheet lives on that site. So does mine. I've been riding a heater in Major League Baseball this week, over 10 units up, which means I'm probably going to get destroyed on this Friday, but them's the breaks when you are part of the sports betting community. We always show it work, though. Again, those are real bets. We're not hiding a damn thing. And as we always say, fair to follow, that is up to you. Also, all of my fantasy football position rankings are up to date. The 2.0 version with ADP data and a blurb on every single guy that I have ranked. Quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, and tight ends. Half-point PPR setting. That's what I always lean on. Available right now. Again, free on our site. So go to thegamingjuice.com right now. Again, we don't charge anything. Click. I have no idea. Cash and whatever at thegamingjuice.com. I forgot my own phrase.
Number 2.
Yeah, I did. Honestly, I had no idea.
Converse.
Yeah, click, converse. And what's the last one?
And cash. Dot. There you go.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, the rest of us know it because you've been saying it for over a year now.
Yeah, and it just escaped me. I blame tequila. All right, numero dos here, all the Fade 5 countdown. Let's do a little same game parlay. And I'm going to go to a matchup that surely Lundy's going to have a few buckaroos on because it's about his not-so-beloved Colorado Rockies, a.k.a. the Pebbles, who are always getting pulverized, especially when they are away from Denver. They're in Arizona. And I think they're going to get torched down there in the Sonoran. So same game parlay, leg numero uno. Give me the Arizona Diamondbacks minus 1.5 on the run line. Leg numero dos. Give me Corbin Boots, Mr. Burns on the over 17.5 outs. Put those hands together against the Pebbles. You get somehow plus money, plus one weight there at DraftKings Sportsbook. Why am I high on this? Well, have you seen Colorado baseball this season? They're a joke. They're not even a AAA affiliate. They're more like rookie league ball right now. They're just a bunch of patsies and pushovers. I have no idea who the individual is they're trotting out on the mound today. I don't know if it's a bullpen game. I don't know if it's a young guy that they have called up. But he is going to get absolutely bludgeoned. It does not matter against Corbin Carroll and that a very powerful lineup that the Arizona Diamondbacks are trotting out. You look at Colorado, they're 2-8 versus the run line in their last 10 games. I know Arizona just 4-6 on the run line in their last 10, but Mr. Benz should do enough to keep the offense of Colorado at bay. I think Arizona was going to win this one, and it could be in blowout fashion. Weema with Corbin Burns on the over, 17.5 outs. He's done that in 3 of his last 4 starts, a 1.96 ERA, sparkling one, and 18 1/3 innings pitch at home. Yeah, the xERA is a little bit worrisome there at 4.65, and yeah, the 4+ walks per 9, a little bit unsightly, but Colorado's is number 28 in WRC+. Also, Arizona number 7. And WRC Plus here the last couple of weeks. So put all together, Números on the countdown. A little SGP Diamondbacks -1.5 on the run line. Corbin Burns. I forgot the E in the spelling there. I just noticed that on the over 17.5 outs. I will fix that, Lundy, for our viewing audience against your Colorado Rockies at a +108 juice there at DraftKings. Fade or follow.
Folks, it's the disappointing part in all of this was, if you remember last season, I told everybody it's an automatic bet. You take the home team on the run line if they are playing the Rockies and Colorado's on the road, right? So we did that last year. We came out a little bit ahead. But the problem that we have this year is when you want to do this, when you want to take the home team on the run line, it's now like, -185, -175. I mean, you basically have to take the home team -2.5 at this point. And frankly, in some matchups, take the home team -9.5. I don't give a shit. This team is so god awful. I've said this before. I'm going to continue to say it. To say that they are a AAA team is an insult to AAA baseball. It is an absolute joke what's going on in Colorado. They are the laughingstock in all of sports right now. And the best meme that came out this week, and I fully support this, is somebody said, let the Savannah Bananas play the Rockies and whoever wins gets to stay in Major League Baseball.
Oh, I'd love that. I would pay to see that.
I know. And the Savannah Bananas are going to be here in Denver at the beginning of August. It's already ready to go. Just tee it up. Let them play the Rockies, and whoever wins gets to be in the MLB.
Yeah, you know what? The Savannah Bananas, they have a hell of a lot more potassium than Colorado. They will crush them, Lundy.
Number 1.
All right, numero uno here on the Fade 5 countdown. Let's go back to the NBA playoffs. And again, I got a New York state of mind on the show today. We start with Aaron Judge, who is the megastar of that market. But everybody really focused right now on the New York Knicks, especially one major fan. His name is Chalamet, Timothy, who's living his best life right now for myriad reasons. A little same game parlay for me. Give me the Knicks on the money line, and give me Karl Anthony Towns, a recorded double-double. That's it. Simple little 2-leg parlay at a +112 juice there at DraftKings Sportsbook. Yes, Boston is still number 3 in that efficiency in this NBA postseason. Knicks way down the list at number 11. They have been mediocre at best in terms of the efficiency data. But, of course, this one being played in the Mecca, it's going to be a rowdy, it's going to be a raucous, it's going to be a dynamite crowd. Very enthusiastic, very energetic. Tracy Morgan is going to be screaming and yelling his little tail off from his seat there on the floor. The series is split at 1-1 in games played in New York. And you look at Cat, he has gotten a double-double in 4 of 5 games in this series, averaging 19.6 points per game and 12.8 rebounds per game. Again, against the C's in this series. Boston has given up the 6th fewest opponent rebounds per game at 42 flat, and the fewest opponent points per game at 98.3. But still, I think the Knicks are going to close this thing out. They're winning tonight in front of their very biased and partisan home crowd, and Cat is gonna meow and get that double-double as well. So my top play on this Freaky Friday same game parlay, New York Knicks money line, Karl Anthony Towns double-double +112 at DraftKings Sportsbook. Lundy, fade or follow?
Yeah, I'm with you. I think the Knicks close it out this evening. Good effort by Boston without Tatum, but I don't think they can sustain it, and I think New York will take advantage of that home crowd, celebs, etc., that will be there at the Garden. So I think you put all of that together, the Knicks win, and then to your point, Cat should have this double-double, basically automatic. I think this is an easy same-game parlay, nice little plus money. Good call.
All right. Before I have to memorize a phrase that I came up with, click, cash. I don't even remember what it is. Converse. Yeah, I think that's the order it is. Let's get some bonus time. Bonus time on the board. I got a lot of work to do apparently to refresh my memory. So Lundy, refresh the units I have lost, my man. What else do you like tonight?
Well, you were talking about J-Ram earlier because of the weather that's going on right now in the upper Midwest. Nice and warm, which is obviously conducive to letting that ball fly. Unfortunately, we got great weather here in Denver, but the Rockies are on the road. It's not going to stop Arizona from sending it over the wall. But at the same time, it's too bad it's not here because it might wind up being the highest scoring affair for this evening. Those of you that play the King of the Diamond for DraftKings, that promotion that they have, I really do wish that Arizona was playing the Rockies here because I would be all about anybody on Arizona. Marte, take your pick. Naylor, anybody. Which, by the way, I do like Naylor for a home run tonight. Let me go to Cleveland and Cincinnati since we were talking about the weather that's going to be there. This is a same game parlay that I got for you. All I need is each of these four guys to get a hit. Yes, I'm getting a little bit greedy, and I'm doing four of them. But if you look across, and I'm not going to give you a ton of reasoning behind it, but if you look at these guys, I think it should be pretty easy to see some hits. First of all, Jose Ramirez. We've already talked about him. Brad told you about J-Ram earlier, so we're going to take J-Ram for a hit. We are going to take EDC for a hit, Ellie De La Cruz. So get me a hit out of him. Give me a hit for Stephen Kwan. And then we're going to round it out with Kyle Manzardo as well for a hit. Manzardo lifetime, and I know that it's not a lot. I know he's only been in the majors for less than a year here, but against Singer, he's 4 for 5, okay, with 2 singles and 2 doubles against him. So he's got an 800 rocking right now in terms of the 4 for 5. So I like him. Manzardo to be able to do it. Kwan the same way. He's got a history against Singer. He should be able to get it done. Brad already told you all about J-Ram. And then I didn't want to go completely on the Cleveland side, so let me take Ellie De La Cruz to be able to do it as well. You put all that together as a same game parlay at DraftKings. That's a plus 228, folks.
Ooh, sexy.
Again, it's not total bags. All I need is a hit out of each of those four guys: Manzardo, Kwan, De La Cruz, and Jose Ramirez as well. On the total bags front, we were already talking about Jose Ramirez. I gave you Jose Altuve as well. I told you that I like Naylor tonight for a home run, which means I also like him on the total bags. And who else did I have written down? Where is it? Mookie Betts. I like Betts on his total bags this evening as well. So you can play those individually. You can make them a part of an SGP, whatever it is you want to do. But I like all of those guys in the total bags. And then we're going to look ahead to tomorrow on the ice. Dallas will be at home with a chance to knock Winnipeg out and advance to the Western Conference Finals. Dallas should do that. So here's a nice little same game parlay for you. Built this one over at BetMGM. Give me Dallas on the money line to finish things off in Game 6 tomorrow. And then give me the under on an alt total of 6.5. Right now, the total is sitting at 5.5. I'm going to bump that up to a 6.5. If you put that together, it's plus 160 over at BetMGM. The under, by the way, in the first 5 games between these two teams, 4 of them have hit the under. And in some cases, it's been well under, which is why I'm going to go ahead and bump it up. They do have one game in there that they managed to score 7 between the two of them. The empty netter is what did it. They had a 5-2 final, but I'm going to say that they stay under on that 6.5, and it's hard to resist with a payday of a plus 160. Do not ask me what's going to happen between the Nuggets and the Thunder on Sunday, because my guess is that Denver is going to crash.
Oh, no.
Ugly on Sunday afternoon. Unfortunately, as much as the Nuggets are trying to drag this series out as much as they possibly can, I just think the Thunder will take care of business at Paycom Center, which frankly is more like a college basketball atmosphere than an NBA atmosphere. I got to give OKC credit. Those fans are rabid there, and I understand it when it's your only team that you've got in town, but I think OKC is going to close it out on Sunday afternoon and take care of my Nuggets. I'll just back away from there. do so much, folks. I'll yield the floor to the fine gentleman from Illinois.
Oh, have some faith. I think the Joker may indeed get the last laugh. You never know. All right, to the Team Huevos parlay play of the day. A little two-legger in the world of Major League Baseball. Lundy brought him up. He is kind of fading him in a way, but I think he's going to go at least 6 innings. And as Nathan Eovaldi, give me the over on 17.5 outs. I'm going to parlay that with Logan Webb. I love backing him on the over 17.5 outs whenever he is at home in San Francisco. You put those two together, plus 120 available at DraftKings. And by the way, bravo to you, DraftKings. You now have alt lines that you can parlay in the outs market, which they just, I think, rolled out in the last week or two. So both of these guys are in that alt line market, and it's a really fascinating way to play this kind of, available offering is, taking a couple of guys that you like to work deep into games, put them together in a parlay and hopefully achieve plus money. And this one indeed with the plus 120. Eovaldi has hit the over on 17.5 outs and 5 straight starts, a tremendous 2.50 home ERA on the season. An 18 innings pitch, K per 9 approaching 10. But the reason why he goes deep into games, he didn't walk anybody. A 0.81 base on balls per 9 mark this season. Yeah, I know Houston is number 9 in WRC plus. Yeah, Lundy laid out the history there with Jose Altuve. I think Eovaldi will get through 6 innings at least in that matchup tonight in the Battle of Lone Star State. Meanwhile, with Logan Webb doing the same thing on the over 17.5 outs. He has got a microscopic 0.44 home ERA this season at 20 1/3 innings pitch. He has hit the over in 4 of his last 5 starts on 17.5 outs. He's taking on the A's from Northern California, Yukon territory, or the SAC. I don't really know where they are from necessarily. Now, the A's, you got to put some damn respect on the name. They've actually been pretty good offensively. Number 8 in WRC plus over the last couple of weeks. And Webb, another guy, kind of like Eovaldi, doesn't walk a whole lot of guys. The K per 9 is up for him this year. That's a little bit worrisome. And trying to suppress the pitch count. It's 10 plus on the year, but he's at home. Again, that 0.44 ERA is too alluring and too grand of an opportunity for me to pass it up. So to recap, the Team Huevos parlay play, a little two-legger in baseball. Nathan Eovaldi on the over, 17.5 outs, and Logan Webb on the over, 17.5 outs, plus 120 there at DraftKings Sportsbook. Let's work on a little bit more. Bonus time. All right, Lundy, let's go to the NBA. Let me get one more bet on the board, one more same-game parlay. Give me Jaylen Brunson. 3 or more made threes. I'm going to parlay that with Peyton Pritchard. 12 or more points. That checks out also to plus 120. Brunson has nailed at least 3 threes in 3 of 5 games in the series, taking 7.6 jacks from outside per game and nearly drilling 40% from downtown. Again, he's at home. The last 2 home games this series, he has hit the over on this. I think he's going to drain at least a triple in terms of the triples in his portfolio in this game. Meanwhile, Peyton Pritchard, he's gone for at least 12 points in 4 of his last 5, and a guy that has to step up. Again, it's a team effort. The 6th man of the year played well in Game 5 with 17. He's shooting 41.4% in the series on 11.6 shot attempts. He's shooting over 37% from distance. So I think he'll score at least a dozen. So again, to recap, Jaylen Brunson, 3 or more made threes. Peyton Pritchard, 12 or more points, plus 120. Elsewhere, Mr. Burns. Let's go back to him. I'm actually taking the under on strikeouts, Lundy, against the Colorado Rockies. I think the number's too high at 6.5, a little bit inflated there. Even Steven plus 100 juice booked there at BetMGM. The AI probability at Odd Checker Plus has this as a 75% win. So very good odds on the side there. And you look at Burns, the K per 9 way down this season, 7.49, only a 26.4% call plus swing and strike rate. The zone rate, well below 50%. He has hit the under in 5 of his last 7 starts. And you look at Colorado, they're making a little bit more contact. They're drawing a couple of more walks. They're not nearly as horrendous as they were earlier this season, swinging and missing And I know it's a really low threshold for them to, achieve, but they're a number 10 in K rate the last couple of weeks. And earlier on the season, they were fixed inside the top 3 in that category. So put in the fact that, Colorado is not swinging and missing a whole lot here of late. Throw in the fact, too, the Corbin Bird's K per 9 is way down. 6.5, way too high. He may strike out 5 or 6, and that's it. I don't think he gets 7 punch outs. I like the under against the Rockies here at plus 100. And my last play is Freddie Freeman on the over 1.5 total bases, parlayed. A little positive correlation here with the LA Dodgers on the money line. That shakes out to plus 135. You got the Battle of Los Angeles there between the Halos and the Dodgers. It's Kochanowicz or Chano, I don't even know how to spell the guy's last name or say it for the LA Angels. Some Witz is on the mound. That's all I know for LAA. And by the way, he's been rubbish this season. A 5.23 ERA, 46.1% hard hit rate allowed, 6.93 road ERA. Freddie Freeman in the month of May has gone over 1.5 total bases 7 times. Lundy's only batting .440 this month. With a 1,254 OPS. And he's also batting .377 at Chavez Ravine. So again, Freddie Freeman over 1.5 total bases, and the Dodgers to get the victory. Hopefully Dustin May won't do me dirty and punch out a lot of LA Angels. And of course, Freeman's going to give him that support, get the victory, plus 135 on that simple 2-legger. All right, I'm out of breath. And we are out of time here on the Fade 5 podcast. Do us a favor, would you kindly drop us a rating and a review at your convenience? Fade or follow us on the X. I'll follow Lundy there at Nate Lundy. Follow me at Noisy Huevos. Go to thegamingjuice.com and sign up for a free account, you jackwagons. And as always, fade or follow. That is up to you. And before I go, click, converse, and cash. Maybe. Nailed it.